How's it going, everyone? 18 wheeler back again with another video. It is another day in the life of truck driver, owner operator, carrier, bookkeeper, mechanic, and many more. Just finished up the week. It is Friday, and it is my favorite day. Today, I wanted to talk to you about the process of getting your CDL, whether there's an option for you to get it for free if it's possible, and how long it takes. Some people claim you might be able to get it within the 3 weeks. I'm also going to share my experience and one of my buddies' experience as far as another option that you might consider if you are thinking about getting your CDL. I'm also going to go over what the test really consists of, and how everything goes. So, yeah, guys, stay tuned and let's get into it. So, the very first thing we're going to talk about is what the test really looks like and what is that you need to learn in order for you to pass the test to get your CDL. The very first thing is your written exam, which consists of three things. General knowledge is number one. The second one is combination vehicle, and the third one is air brakes. So general knowledge, obviously, it's basic information that you will have to learn about trucking, trailers, inspections, and things like that. The second thing is combination, which is a tractor and a trailer, two separate equipments working together, and you will have to learn how to operate those things and just basically the general knowledge about that as well. And the third thing, the final thing to get your permit, this is the very first test to get your permit. You will have to learn about air brake system, how they work, how they operate, and so on and so forth about air brakes. So those are the very first three things that you will have to learn in order to get your permit to be able to get in a truck with somebody else and be able to drive the truck and learn how everything operates. So yeah, this is the first thing: general knowledge, combination, and air brakes. You do have other endorsements that you can get, but they are not required. For example, tanker endorsement, you can get hazmat endorsement, you can have double, which is two trailers uh, and a truck, a triple, which is obviously three trailers and a truck, and then also you can get a passenger endorsement for transporting people. Um, those are just your endorsement, but they're not requirements. Um, so this is the very first step you need to take, is the written exam. A second step uh, will be your skill test. Skill test consists of pre-trip and post-trip inspection, which is basically inspection that you are required to do every single day. You get in a truck and you start work, and post-trip is another inspection that you do at the end of the day, and you basically inspect your truck for any breakdowns and any bad parts, loose bolts, and things like that. So this is the very first step of the skill test. The second step of the skill test will be pulling up to a certain line to stop, make a turn, backing up, backing up in an angle, and things like that. There's videos out there that you can definitely watch and see how skill test really looks like, but this is what I had to do. Um, and the very last thing that you will have to do on a test is your road test. So basically, you would get on the road with another person from the facility where you're taking your test, and you'll take a spin around, I don't know, a few miles, making turns, stopping, going, and things like that, shifting gears if it's a manual, and they will grade you on that. And if you pass everything, you get your CDL right there and then. So this is this is what the test looks like. And in order for you to learn all of the things, I'm going to talk about what are your options as far as whether you want to go to school, whether you want to get it somewhere else. There's a few options that I want to talk about. Okay, so now that we know what the test kind of looks like, it might be different in different places. I just wanted to tell you my experience, what my test looked like, and so now that we know kind of what it looks like, um, what are your options? Where do you go? How do you study? And how do you get the information in order for you to pass the very first thing, which is the written test? So, so option number one, I would say, is uh, going to school, driving school. And driving schools, they do charge. Um, when I was getting my CDL, I didn't go to school, but back then the price was somewhere about 2,500 to 3,500. It's probably more now, probably like somewhere around maybe 5,000, 3,000, 5,000 range. Depends where you go, what kind of school this is. And basically, the way driving school works is they will take you through the process of learning the general knowledge, the combination, and the air brakes in order for you to get a permit. And they will put you in class. You can do part time, you can do full time, and you basically schedule classes whenever you are available. They do give you the option. Some schools do. I don't know if every single one of them does that, but everybody's got a job, and therefore I'm sure they're pretty flexible with their schedule. And so you basically learn those three things. You get your permit, and they will provide you with a truck and a trailer and a parking space where you would learn the skill test, which is the inspection, which is backing up, moving forward, making a turn, backing up in an angle, and things like that. The things that I talked about, what my test looked like, and they will let you practice on their property, obviously, and they will let you use their truck and trailer. And for the test, obviously, they will provide you with the same equipment in order for you to go pass the test. And with the school, I'm pretty sure it's I would say maybe easier because they will tell you exactly what this testing site is looking for, and they will test you exactly. They will teach you exactly what you need to know. Now, is school really want to teach you how to drive, properly, perfect? No, I mean I'm sure they're trying, but there's a limited time that they have for you to learn because they have more people coming in and they need to teach. So uh, schools basically will teach you to pass the test. They will not teach you how to be a perfect and perfect at driving and knowing every single thing about trucks, because you'll never know everything about trucks until you really get in the truck and start working and finding things out on your own. So the time frame as far as going to school, uh, I heard that it can take anywhere from, it depends uh, how many times you are available during the week, maybe once or twice. So it might take maybe 3 months, maybe 6 months. So it really depends on you. Um, is it guaranteed? No, you are not guaranteed you're going to pass the test. Really, it's up to you. If you fail the first time, you do have an option to take it two more times until uh, the testing facility will kind of, I don't want to say ban you, but they will kind of tell you, like, listen, come back in few months. I think it's 3 months the very first time, and the 6 months, or I might be wrong, but they will tell you to come back at a later time, go study, go learn, and therefore, if you were at school, you will probably have to pay for extra time or just start over again. Um, this is the I would say the con as far as going to school. There's a certain time that they give you as far as hours. Now, it depends on you how many times you can, attend classes during a week. So as far as the time frame, it could be 3 months, 4 months maybe. So yeah, this is as far as the option if you want to go to school. So now that we went over the first option, which is a driving school, we're going to hop into the second option, which is finding an employer that will provide you with the school. They might pay for it and then try to get their money back if you continue working with them, um, or they might just offer you to pay for everything. And this could be a very good option for you to try to get it for free. Um, what employers am I talking about? Uh, warehouse warehouses do move their own freight. They do have their own truck, and you could be even working as a forklift driver. And if they're looking for a semi truck driver, you can definitely apply. If they do give you this option, you can apply, and they might be able to pay for your school. Not guaranteeing you won't have to pay it back. Some warehouses uh, do give you the option to go to school, but they will sign an agreement with you that you will have to pay it back as far as working for them. Um, Great example, my buddy. He used to work for UPS. He was a supervisor on the warehouse, and he decided that he wanted to drive a truck. They did have an opening. He decided to apply for it, and they gave him the school. They sent him out to school. They paid for everything. He did work for them. There was no agreement. He got his CDL free. I don't know. I'm not sure if he paid for the test because you do have to pay at the testing facility. My fee was $50. I'm not sure if they covered his fee, but he did tell me that they paid for everything. He did work for them for a little bit, and then switched jobs later down the road. But yeah, he did definitely get it for free. So this is your answer. As far as if it's possible to get it for free, there's options out there. Another option would be working for a big carrier. If you want to get your CDL and you want to get in the truck right away, you would basically sign up with a big carrier. For example, I don't know. I haven't looked into it much lately, but I know those big mega carriers, they do offer a program where they will teach you they will send you out to school. They will pay for your school, and then you will pay them back for working. You will sign an agreement, for example, like a 1-year agreement that you have to stay with them. You cannot really leave. If you do leave, you're going to have to pay everything back right away, but they do give you the options that you can work for them, and they will either deduct it out of your paycheck, or some carriers will give you an agreement for if you work for a year, you don't have to pay anything. Just make sure you work for us and you do our loads. Now, mind you, that you're probably going to end up being sent out for a couple of weeks on end over the road in that truck, but they will give you the option they will send you out to school. They will pay for it, and you can get your CDL that way. So those are your options. There's many other ones. If you really look into it and do your research, you will be able to find different other ways of getting your CDL. Other companies offering to send you out to school, and they might even pay for it. Just like my buddy's, his was free. So this is your second option that I know of, and the third option, which is the last option, this is the option that I took. Um, most of my family are in the trucking business, and I basically decided to get it on my own. How did I do that? So, my brother-in-law owned a truck and a trailer back in the day, and as soon as I turned 21, he offered me the option that I can use this truck to learn for the skill test. Uh, there was a big parking lot where I could practice. Um, but the first thing that I needed to do is to get my permit. And as I mentioned, in order for you to get your permit, you need to pass your general knowledge, combination, and air brakes. And in order to do that, I decided to just basically walk into the testing facility, and I asked for uh, the book the study guide, and they will provide you. I mean, there was no internet back. I mean, there was internet, but didn't have much options as far as learning for this test. So you basically walk into the testing facility. They will provide you with a pretty thick book to study, and everything was there. You just had to read it, take notes, you know, highlight things, and go over a few things, and just basically learn from the book, like the old school way, I would say. And this is what I did. I finally went in to get my test done, and I was able to pass on the first try. Got my permit, and finally I was able to get in my brown loss truck and practice for the skill test. A skill test, the same thing with that book that I got from the testing facility. It had all the information that I needed to learn for the pre-trip and post-trip. And as far as the skill test, what I did is I went to the testing facility. I sat there pretty much. I think it was one of my days off, and I went out there and I was watching. The new drivers taking the test with different trucks, and I was kind of paying attention. What it looks like, what is it that they needed to do. I asked questions, and I kind of was able to figure out what the skill test looks like. And what I did is I went back to the parking lot. I started practicing, and finally got that done. And once that's even before the test, I had to get on the road with my brother-in-law to learn how to shift, learn how to drive, learn, you know, the feeling of being in a semi truck and driving on a road. I did that for a couple of weeks with him, and obviously after work, he did kind of spend his time for free to teach me how to drive. So I was really blessed, and I had the opportunity, and I took it. I learned how to drive, so I went to take the skill test, where even before the skill test, as I was driving with my brother-in-law, we went up to the facility. When it was closed, I practiced the skill test, which was the backing up, the moving forward, the turning. I mean, they had lines marked over there, so I was kind of aware of what I needed to do, pick my points, obviously, right? And so once I practiced all of that, I finally, one day, I decided, okay, this is time. I scheduled to take my test, went in there, did my pre-trip, did my skill test, passed that on the first try, and then I went on the road test. It was a little, I went over a curb. I did, I'm going to admit to that, but they let me pass. So I got my CDL. This was my, the options that I took. I had the resources to do it. Not everybody has those resources. Therefore, I wanted to include it as an option just in case you do have those resources. And yeah, I think this is basically it as far as, you know, how you could get your license. And did I get my license for free? Yeah, I kind of used my brother-in-law's time. You know, I paid him back some other way as far as, you know, working for him for a little bit just to get more experience. You know, he was looking for a driver, so I decided to work for a little bit. Yeah, and all I had to do is pay $50 for the test. That was the fee back then. So I didn't spend too much money as far as, you know, getting my test. But like I said, I was blessed to have those options. So yeah, this is it, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, leave a comment. It's very important, especially for new channels, to get the algorithm to finally pick up on these videos and start sending them out. Check out my next video. I'm going to probably put it somewhere up there. And it's talking about what are your options as far as after getting your CDL. And if you want to be a driver, owner, operator, carrier, and things like that. So go ahead, check out that video too. And yeah, hope you guys like this one. And I'll see you on the next one. Adios.